Hi everyone. It's been a long time since I've been on here. I just wanted to come on because I really am feeling a push from God to to do this video and to talk about what I believe God has called me to do. Um, I have a little kitty right here. Uh, my life has changed a lot since I was on here last. I have my husband and I have a couple kids now, and we have kitties, and just life is different. Um, and I've just been, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just in my comfy clothes. I'm just gonna be, it's just casual, nothing fancy. I just got out of the shower. I just got my little one up. I'm getting over a cold, so I sound a little funny. If you notice that, that's why. But I just wanted to tell, and God wants me to tell my story and what I believe He's called me to do. So, really, my whole life, I felt unknown about a career for myself. It's hard to explain, but like, I've had like feelings inside of what I want to do, but because of life, I haven't been able to pursue those, or just things have just been unknown and unsure. And sorry, my little one decided to come and be in the camera, and I really don't want to show her on YouTube. So anyway, where was I at? So anyway, yeah, I've just been unknown, and because of this, I allowed myself to be stuck in a job for over 20 years that I was unhappy at, and could at times be a toxic place to work at. And not as, I'm sure not as toxic as what some people have gone through, of course, but it was toxic in its own way. And it wasn't all the time, it was just, at times. And anyway, I don't want to go into detail about that, but it was my security job. Like, I was unhappy at it, but it was bringing in money. It was a stable job. And so because of that, I wasn't going to be brave enough to leave a job on my own. It was bringing in money. I always knew that if I was going to leave, something would have to happen. Either I'd get fired, or I don't know, something, like some big thing would have to happen for me to leave that job. And anyway, so eventually God did open the door for me, and I quit that job. And you would think, leaving a job I was unhappy at, I would feel like this full relief. And don't get me wrong, I did feel some relief. Like, come on, I was unhappy for so long at that job. I wanted to, like, I can't tell you how many times I just thought and hoped that I could leave the job. Like, and so then it was like, finally it happened. And so because of that, like, I did feel some relief, but it wasn't a full relief, because at the same time I was scared. I was there for over 20 years, and all of a sudden I'm jobless because I quit my job, and it was just scary. Like, that was how I could bring money in to help my family, and it was just scary. But, and I, have dealt with some anxiety, and not just from that, but it didn't help. I mean, when I left my job, I had a baby, a new baby, and I had a toddler, and it was just scary. But thankfully, God gave me a husband that was able to take care of us still, with God's help, even though I wasn't bringing in any money. And ever since that, I've just been searching for my purpose outside of my family. Don't get me wrong, I love my family and I love being a stay-at-home mom. I definitely, my whole life, it's what I've wanted my whole life, to be a mom and to be a wife and to be home with them. And that is definitely, God has blessed me in that area. But something inside of me has just felt, I don't even know the word for it. It's just felt unfulfilled outside of that, if that makes any sense. So I scroll on YouTube a lot. And recently I saw some videos pop up on my feed about how to start your God-led career. And I was like, okay, I'll just look. So I watched a couple of those videos, and as I was looking at that channel, there was one I was watching, and there was kind of like it's not really a test, but kind of like a brainstorming session type thing. She had prompts where you could brainstorm and figure out maybe what God was leading you to do, or like what God wants you to do for a career. Anyway, so I was like, sure, I'll try that. What's the harm? It's just a brainstorming session. You just do it on a piece of paper, and I thought, what's the harm? Of course, I'll try it. And it's the type of thing where my little one's looking at me. It's a type of thing where it starts out with talk about or write down things that you're naturally good at, and then it goes on from there. So anyway, and there was a bunch of prompts, and so then with all the prompts at the end, I ended up getting children's ministry. And then I wrote down some ideas within that area that didn't feel forced. That was part of it. My little one's playing with, she's bouncing a kitty, a stuffed kitty on the table. So if I'm bouncing a little, that's why. So after writing down some ideas that just popped, that I just, had, I can't even explain it. Just something felt different in my heart when I saw those, and it felt right. It felt different, felt right. I felt happy. And I just had all of this, just, it was the weirdest thing. I just had this whole rush. Sorry, my little one. I just had this whole rush of, with all those rush of feelings coming on over me. I just started crying, and my husband was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And he was like, "I hear you crying." And I was like, I'm fine. These are happy tears. And I think it's just something in me. It felt like maybe I found my thing. Like maybe God was revealing my purpose. If not for a career, for my ministry, just it felt like he was revealing that to me, and it just something came over me, and I burst into tears. And so then, and it made sense to me too, because God has led me into children's ministry in the past, so it made sense. Oh, you broke your sunglasses? A little while later, I decided to go upstairs, and I was just relaxing in bed, and I decided that I wanted to pray about this, because yes, doing a little brainstorming session, that's good, but I wanted to actually talk to God about this and see, like, is this me, or is this really what you want me to do? So I prayed, and I asked God. I said, "Hey, God, if this is coming from you, like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to start another Etsy shop? Because I have a couple Etsy shops." So I asked, "Do you want me to start another Etsy shop and make kids Bible lessons and try to sell them?" Because that was one of the things I put down. I said, "Or do you want me to start a YouTube channel where I make kids videos and, teach kids about Jesus? Or is there something else that you want me to do? Just please let me know." And so then I ended the prayer, and I gave it to God, and I ended the prayer. And so then I'm just laying in bed, and I pull up YouTube, as I do a lot, and start scrolling, and all of a sudden a video titled the truth about God calling you to start a YouTube channel popped up on my feed, and I was like, okay, I guess God wants me to start a YouTube channel. Okay. Teaching kids about Jesus and the Bible. And I thought, okay, all right. And like I was feeling really excited about it. Sorry, just my little one keeps interrupting. But like I said, that's okay. This is life with littles. Just have to work around it. Anyway, so I just thought, okay, I feel like this is coming from God. Like, what are the odds? I just prayed to God, asking him to tell me what it is that he wants me to do, how he wants me to do it. And I literally even said YouTube in my prayer. And then that video title pops up, and I'm just feeling excited. I'm just, at this time, I'm just like, oh my goodness, like God's revealed this was coming from God. He wants me to start a YouTube channel. And so then So I also saw another video titled How to Start a Christian YouTube Channel. And yes, I know there's cookies and algorithm and all that, but I just, like I said, I just thought, what are the odds? I just prayed about this, and literally the title, The Truth About God Calling You to Start a YouTube Channel, shows up, pops up like minutes after that. So my little one doesn't want me to do this right now. I might have to wait to continue it. I'll see what I can do, but I might just have to stop and restart this later. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna actually have to stop. Hey guys, sorry. This video is all over the place. This was not my intention for this. I meant it just to be like a sit down thing and one take and get it up easy, all of that. But when you have kids, you have to deviate from your plan. So now I'm in my bedroom and we've had breakfast and all of that. So hopefully I can take a few minutes now to just kind of finish this and continue saying what I wanted to say and what I believe God wants me to say. So I think where I left off, so after I saw the video title, God Calling You to Start a YouTube Channel, I got really excited, and I was just excited. I don't really know how to explain it more than that. I just felt excited and happy and just like, yes, let's do this, God. Like, let's do this. Yes, you're calling me to do something. And then, like, a little later, not at the same time, but I'm scrolling on YouTube a lot, people. Like, I really think God was choosing to get messages to me through this way because he knows I'm on there a lot. But I was scrolling and I saw one. This wasn't too long after. It was pretty close, but like it was after I'd taken a little time to just kind of, Anyway, I saw one titled Stop Waiting, Start. Now, yes, this could have just been coincidence. Like I said, cookies, algorithm, whatever. Like, this could have just been coincidence. But this resonated with me because I am a procrastinator. I mean, it runs in my family. It's a whole thing. Like, I will constantly have an idea for some sort of a project. It's usually in the creative realm of things because I am a creative person. And I will start planning. I'll start planning something and then I'll either just not start it ever, or I'll take a really long time to start it. So that resonated with me because it just made me feel like God was saying, Kara, you need to start this now. Like, don't wait. Don't do your typical procrastination that you typically do. I want you to do this now. And so that I felt like that was God saying start. So after this, I just took some time to think about things and just, you know, just take it all in and just think about it. And then I still felt like I needed some guidance. And so I prayed to God again, and I was like, okay, God, what are we doing? Like, if this is what we're doing, if I'm starting a YouTube channel teaching kids about Jesus, about you, and about the Bible, and bringing kids to you, how are we doing this? Like, am I doing like Miss Rachel for YouTube, Christian Miss Rachel style, like, but for Bible Christian? Am I reading Bible stories and posting them? What am I doing? What do you want me to do? And again, I gave it to God and ended the prayer, and then scrolling on YouTube as usual. Then I saw a video titled "Just Start with Your Story." And I mean, maybe coincidence, but I don't know. I just felt like, okay, God wants me to just start with my story. So I was confused by that at first, though, because I was thinking, well, why does God want me to tell my life story? My life has just been like an average, like normal, like nothing crazy's happened kind of life. Like, you know, raised in a Christian home, and I mean, my mom did die when I was a lot younger, and that did hit me really hard, but other than that, I mean, just normal, life. So I was really confused by why God would want me to start with my life story. And then I started to think about it, and I realized, oh, maybe God doesn't want me to tell my life story. Maybe God wants me to tell this story, like how that I'm saying now, like how he revealed to me what he wants me to do, like what he's called me to do. Maybe this is what God wants me to say. And so, I don't know if there's someone out there that God wants to hear this, but if that's the case, I really hope this video gets to you, and I hope that you see it, and I hope that you're able to get some value out of it, and I hope that you're able to, if it helps bring you to God for some kind of reason, I really hope that helps. I hope that this video gets to who God wants to see it, or maybe there's multiple people. I don't know, but I really felt like God wanted me to start this now and to get this out now. And another example of another thing actually just happened last night. So I told one of my friends about what I believe God has called me to do, and I didn't go into the whole detail of everything. All I said was just, long story short, I believe God has called me to start a YouTube channel teaching kids about Jesus, about God, and about the Bible, and all of that. And that's all I said. And I've actually been struggling a little bit within these last few days trying to figure out what to do. And anyway, so she texted me like days later, it was like last night. And one thing that she said was, if I can give you some guidance, let me tell you to just start. Just start. Just do it. Don't wait. And I was like, okay, like, like she may not have known it, but I think that God was having her give me a message too. Like, Kara, come on. You're starting to procrastinate. No. I mean, yes, I did get sick, so I'm sure God understands that. But I just feel like he was like, okay, Kara, come on. You're procrastinating. You're going into your ways. I need you to start this now. And so today I'm making this video. And so the plan is that I will be starting a kids YouTube channel. I'm not going to post it to this channel, but I will be starting a kids YouTube channel, teaching kids about God and about the Bible, and whatever God will make it whatever he wants, and he will guide me. I know that. But I want everyone to know that I am just me. I don't have a bunch of fancy equipment. I don't have, a bunch of stuff. I don't have like a green screen. I don't have the resources to make the channel like, I don't know how to say it, fancy or what. I don't have the resources to do all that stuff. So it's gonna start out simple, and if this is truly what God wants me to do, he will make it amazing, and I know that he will grow it, and he will help me to reach kids, because in my past, when he's called me to do things, and he's called me to do children's ministry in the past with my church, but when he's called me to do it, like, I can't even explain. He has helped me so much with doing this stuff, and I know that the stuff that he calls me to do, it turns out amazing. And that wasn't coming from just me, it was coming from him. And I know that if this is what he wants me to do, it's gonna be amazing. At some point, it'll start out just simple, just me. And he will help me grow it. And I really hope that I can help some kids come to Jesus and to be saved and to give their lives to him. That would make me so happy. So here I am crying. I don't know what the channel is called yet. I haven't started it yet, but I will post a video on here, and when the channel's up, and I will say what it is. And if you have kids that you want to learn about the Bible, learn about God, please watch it. I hope to make it amazing. But like I said too, it's gonna start out just really simple because I'm just me. I don't have any like resources or fancy equipment or so yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say, but just else, yeah, I am excited about this. I do know that the enemy has really been working to try to stop this from happening. And that tells me that God must have something amazing in store for this, because Satan really does not want this to happen. So, and God wants it to happen now. So I'm trying to listen, and I'm trying to do what he's called me to do. And yeah, if you have kids again and you want them to learn about God, I will post a video on here saying the channel name and links and all that stuff. So thank you so much if you've made it this far into my video. Just thank you for listening, and I really truly hope that this video gets to whoever God wants to see it and helps them in some way. Thank you for listening, and this is just me, and I'm just in my comfies and in my bed, and just thank you for listening. It means the world to me. Bye. I just realized as I was going back and watching the footage, and editing this video, I realized I forgot to come full circle and close off the whole reason why I mentioned my job in the first place. It seems a little misplaced in the video. Like, why did she say that? Well, I forgot to mention that I feel like the reason why God closed that door for me is that he was planning to open this door for me and to start this new chapter. So, I mean, maybe it was obvious by the story, but I just wanted to just make a quick little snippet here and just say it that that's what I think, why I think God had me quit my job and open that door for me, open the door for me to quit, so that way I could close that chapter in my life, and that he could make this chapter happen. And I saw a video of someone saying, God is mindful of your seasons of life and things that you're going through, and I wonder if maybe he didn't open this door sooner because I had a young baby. I had a new baby. I mean, she wasn't like full newborn when I quit my job, but she was still pretty young, a pretty young baby. And so I wouldn't have been able to do anything yet. And so I believe that that's why he didn't open this door sooner. But now she's a toddler, and I'm still busy and it's still going to be difficult, but I think it's going to be more manageable now. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Bye.